I'm here. I'm so late, you guys. I'm sorry. do, do, do. Let's see. Chloe. Hi, Teresa. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. Let's see if this works. Join. Chloe! Can you guys tell I have a headache right now? Ugh, all bad. It's Friday! Alright, I don't see Chloe. Chloe, where are you? Let me see. Oh, un momento. And go. Hey, Mike. Chloe, I just sent you. Okay. I just sent you the invite again. Hopefully she sees it. Yay! Hi!
Hiya.
Oh my goodness. I was late. I'm sorry. I'm so
No.
sorry. I gotta adjust here. Oh my god. So, okay, what time is it over there? Is it 8 o'clock for you?
Yeah, it is 8 p.m. now. What time
Oh
is
my
it?
gosh.
12 p.m.
So, what time did you wake up this morning?
Well, I had a lie-in today, so I didn't get up till about 9.
Oh, that's good. Oh my God, you guys. I know this is a weird time for me to be going live, but thank you guys for joining us. My name is Tiffany. I am the founder and host for Welding Women Syndicate, and we are live today with Chloe out of the UK. It's so super cool. Okay, so fun fact, the way that I know you is well, at least the way I know you is we end up being on the cover of Welding World magazine together. And then I
I know.
started following you on social media. So I don't know if you guys know this. We're kind of important. So I also noticed that, I started going onto your various social media profiles. And every time I saw you, you're teaching a woman, right?
I
Teaching a
know.
woman. You're so positive. So I want to talk about that a little bit. First and foremost, thank you for being here. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Okay. This is what I want to ask you. And I was just doing a little, I'm sure you saw me. I was just stalking you right now. I just saw that you were named STEM Apprentice of the Year in 2019. Would you
Yeah.
tell us about that a little bit?
Well, I didn't find out until I was like halfway through it, but I was the first woman at Stoke-on-Trent College who'd ever trained as a welding apprentice.
Oh, wow.
So that was good to finally get the ball rolling because I know there's a few more there. But yeah, I thought it was a joke. I just got it through the post saying congratulations, you've won STEM Apprentice of the Year, and yeah, got a little award for it.
That is so cool. So tell us a little bit about your schooling. I think I read it right. You go through, is it 3 years before you get your certificates?
Yeah, I had a 3-year apprenticeship.
So how does that work out there for you guys when you go into a welding program?
So basically, you get the way I did it, it was a bit different to how it's usually planned out, but I got a job in a warehouse and it was
Okay.
there I asked to have a go of welding because they were short on welders. And I had a go and I really liked it. So I was going to put myself on a night course so I understood what I was doing. And I told my bosses and they said, no, we'll put you on an apprenticeship. So that was when I started the apprenticeship. But because I didn't have any background in engineering, I had to do like extra things on the side to prove that I had like the mentality to get
Oh,
through that kind of course. So I
right.
did, and then I won that award, so proved
Now,
it.
did you have any interest in welding previous to that?
No, I didn't know what it was, and it's quite
No.
stupid. Really, yeah, honestly, I did hairdressing when I left school, and then I
Uh-huh.
was a carer. I've done bits of assembly work before, but nothing like proper constructive. So
Hey,
when I was
Beto.
in that factory and I saw it going on, I was like, right, I want to go with that.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's awesome. So, okay, so from hairdressing to welding, I love this. So, what did your family say about this when you got into it?
Well, they were really shocked because I'm quite spur of the moment. Like I'll just go for it.
Yeah.
And Yeah, I had a few comments, like worrying whether it'd be the right kind of job for me, being in my head all day, like because you're in a
Yeah.
math, quite lone working. But I really enjoy that, and it's worked out in its favour for me because I get to plan out what I want to do next and any kind of ideas that I've got or connections and things that I want to move forward with. I have the time to do that when I'm left
Yeah.
alone at work. That is obviously, can you do this? Can you do this? But yeah, I do really like it.
Now, you're in a completely different area from us. And I noticed, like, when I pay attention to my sisters in the UK, it seems like you guys have like so much support with like women in the trades. Am I getting the right impression, or is it different? Is it difficult navigating it as a woman?
Everybody kind of bigs you up because you're doing something different, like going against the grain and stuff, because society has got this kind of idea of how females should be. And I
Right.
think that's why it's, you know what I mean? It's not very common that women do it because of all these stereotypes and things like that. But I mean, you've got to have some kind of personality to do that job anyway. You've got to have thick skin to be in that industry around men all day. But
Right.
I think I have got a lot of support from people, and most of them are strangers.
Yeah.
But like, I do have close family and friends that are always there. But in terms as in like tutors and things like that, they really spend the time with you too because they think it's a bit different that girls are there. So yeah, we have got it quite good.
I love that. I know. I thought it was the craziest thing when I'm in the States, and Laura out of Ireland, she spearheaded that whole campaign for us to all be on the cover of the magazine. And
I know. I was
it
so
was so cool.
grateful.
And I was thinking, what
Yeah,
the heck? I'm not even in that area with them.
I
And then I
know.
started following everybody. It's so cool to meet women, on the other side of the world. It just blows my mind how we have social media and we have access to so many people. But I love it even more so when you just seem like you fell right into step. Like, I don't know. I don't. I didn't even know you before that. I had not crossed paths with you yet.
I
And I
think
had,
I'd seen you. I think I'd seen you before.
oh, good.
I think I've been following you for a bit anyway. So,
But
but
after,
you do what I do, but like you've been doing it a lot longer.
I'm
And
old.
no, I mean you've got more experience and like your tutoring and the empowerment that you give out. I mean all the interviews and stuff. Like when I seen that you interviewed Barbie and then you went to interview me, I was like, I'm a no one, like.
Oh
So
my God. But you are though. And see, that's, it's funny that a lot of people say that they think that I choose people based on whatever. I don't necessarily have an agenda based on your fame. Like, I could care less about that. I love, okay, so every time I'm on some profile with you or some platform, you're helping others. And I absolutely believe in that because, just like you said, we have to have such a thick skin in the industry. So if you're paving the way for other women or even not women, whomever, it seems like it's always women. It's so important to have more women like that. So I just continue to like stalk you and stalk you and stalk you
I didn't
because
really have a role model, so it was like I kind of did get, the stereotypes like, oh, she's a lesbian, and because I'm
oh
6 foot, my voice is dead deep, and stuff like that doesn't bother me. But it's like other people, younger girls, when they come in, they could take offense to that.
right.
So because the girls that have come through my work, obviously, I give them like the lowdown, like blah blah blah, like how it is, but not they've got anything to worry about, just for in the future and just progressing themselves and stuff like when you're starting out early, it is quite scary. So if I can give my advice, learn from it,
Yeah.
So
No, it's true. It's absolutely true. Now, tell me how you went through your schooling. Like if a young girl was interested in getting into the STEMS program and going to welding, what would she have to do in your area?
well, basically, they have got quite a lot of good apprenticeships and training programs now. I know that they've got good schemes through my work, and then obviously all the colleges and things like that when because they have to stay at school now until they're 18, I think, or go on to college or do an apprenticeship. And I think that's the best way. You're earning money while you're learning something as well.
Mhm.
And you're getting a really good trade, like life skills to go with it. But yeah, I mean, from where I'm from, there's NSEG, which is based up Stoke,
Mhm.
or there's Stafford College, Stoke-on-Trent College, Newcastle. There are loads out there. It's just Google, literally.
Right.
I can only give like where I know, but because I'm quite new to it myself, like when I left my first job, the first place I rang up, that's where I work now. So I haven't really seen like many different industries around. I've got quite a few connections with them. So if anyone did want, any pointers or anything like that, I will do my best. Like,
That's so sweet that you even offer that. I think it's important for us to be able to share our experiences with others. You know what I mean? Um, so I saw that you taught a 15-year-old. So would you tell us a little bit about what was going on there?
wow, well, that was scary for me because she wasn't just a 15-year-old, she was one of the director's daughters.
Nope.
So
Sure.
right, okay, no swearing, which obviously happened anyway. But yeah, it was so good. I got them all to make their own initials of the names. I think one of them did a love arc. So I had 15-year-old, 16-year-old. I had the owner's partner to teach as well, which was very scary. But I really enjoyed it because I'm not being funny, girls were just good at everything. Like I really believe they'd done it
Yes.
before. I thought they were all lying to me saying they'd never done it. It's
Yeah.
just I think they pick it up so easy, but it's so nice to see me giving them something that they might not have learned. Like, do you know what I mean? In school, especially.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know about there, but they've pretty much taken out the trades at the younger schools, at high school and junior high school. If you don't have a parent who introduces it to you or friends or in school, nobody even knows that they may absolutely love it. You know what I mean? So it's important that there's women, who are showing others how to do it and absolutely love it. So she may have never had the opportunity.
That's exactly like happened to me. If I didn't go in that warehouse and asked to have a go, I would have never done it. So people are really shocked when they're like, "Oh, did your dad or your granddad or someone show you into it?" And it was like, no, literally from scratch. I didn't have a clue what it was. To do extra stuff on the side to prove that I was willing to learn it. But every day I'm learning. I really don't know that much. There's so much to learn in it all
You're
the
gonna be
time.
learning for the rest of your life, girl. Even
Yeah,
I'm telling you, I learned something new, if not by the people that I talk to or just by doing the processes. You will learn all the time. You will pick up gems from every person. I promise you. And if
yeah.
you stop learning, then what's the point, right?
I don't think you ever do. You are right in that. Every day there's always something to learn.
What was some of the first obstacles you came across when you were getting into welding? Like certain processes or certain metals?
Genuinely, just the heat.
Oh,
Oh my
really?
God. Yeah, because England's quite cold. So when we get summer, like we're prepared for it, we're ready. Like
Uh-huh.
we're waiting all year for this like hot weather. Oh my God, yeah. Sweating all day. But now I'm acclimatized to it.
Right,
And yeah,
right.
but reading drawings as well, that really blew my mind because obviously I'd never seen one before. So I was like, what are all these symbols? Like proper
I
got me.
love I love it. But you pick it up. Like I know
Mm,
I have a girlfriend who was having the same issue with blueprints and I was like, you question it because it's new, right? But
yeah.
start looking at it and it becomes second nature. It's
Yeah.
no big deal. I think we question too much as women. Just do it. Just do it.
Yeah. Well, I think we're under loads of pressure anyway, because it's like, oh, the girl's fucked up again, or oh,
Oh,
she's messed up, and it's like, no, we're not here to do that. Like, if I mess up, I'm giving myself more grief than anyone could. So it doesn't happen often, but I think we're under a lot of pressure as well to prove that we are meant to be there. We can do the job just as good.
yeah.
So,
Now, do you feel those type of pressures at the various jobs that you've done?
um, not as in because of what people have been saying to me, just my own thoughts, literally.
Right.
Like, I want to prove that, you know, I'm meant to be here.
Yeah.
So
I
if I
love that.
help, ask for it. Like, it's quite patronising. I know they don't mean it come across that way, but
Yeah.
like, I'm quite happy and I can lift this up, thank you. Like, if I do need you, I will come over, but
Yeah. No, no, I get that. I mean, I've heard stories where like you hear girls they just allow them to do that, and I'm like, no, I'm here to do my job. I don't want any favoritism. You know what I mean? Because
yeah,
that's how things get skewed when people are talking about women in the industry, like, oh, she can't do it. No, 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 no. I'm gonna do my job, and if I can't do it, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'm aware I'm in overalls, standing in a factory surrounded by men. Like, I know I'm here. I know what I'm here to do.
Right, right. I love it. Now, I saw one of the other times you were teaching a woman. It was she working with you, or she just came into? I don't even know. Let me
Was
see
it
who.
I think it was Lydia, the marketing lady.
It looked like you guys had the same shirts. Was that the same?
Well, she has to wear, whoever comes in has to wear overalls.
Right.
So, yeah, when they come in and they're all nicely dressed, and I'm like, yeah, put these on.
With heels.
Yeah, sometimes. Uh,
Awesome. So
yeah.
why did they come in? They just wanted to get a taste of welding.
Well, I think with the marketing lady, it was really good for her to get around in each different area because then she can see how everything works, literally from the factory all the way up to the office. So
Mhm.
things like that, seeing somebody new come into the business and want to actually do things like that, I think that shows good strength within to
Yeah.
progress in different ways to see how everyone works. But yeah, I do love teaching. I do love it.
I love that you love teaching. Now, with that being said, what are the requirements for teaching in your area?
As in to be able to
To
be
teach like at a school, so not just teaching on the job site. So like um goals further along, like would you think about becoming an instructor or
Hmm. I think I would love to do that, but I've got so much to learn first. Do you know what I mean? Like I can teach you the basics, but for me to answer anybody's and everything question, I feel like I'd need a bit more than 4 years. Like, so maybe in the future, yeah, definitely. But for now, I'm just focusing on improving like my skills and any of the females around me.
right. I love that. Hold on, I'm actually reading your comments right now. You guys are like dropping them in quicker than I can read them. I'm sorry. Garbage World Kid said drop him a DM so he can send you a package for the STEM achievement representing in the UK.
Oh
That's
yeah,
super cool. I love that. Um, 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 I'm just kind of going over these, you guys. There's so many. I'm sorry. Well done, well done. Like they go so fast, I can't keep up. So I'm sorry, you guys. I'm trying not to ignore you, but at the same time, I want to pay attention to it. Somebody loves your accent. I love
oh
that
my
too.
god, I hate it.
Why? I, I
You
think
not
because
heard it.
well, I feel like we're so devoid of accent. We see anybody who has like a different accent than us, and we're like, oh, we love you.
I think it's
Or
the voice more than anything. I don't like it. I think it's a bit too deep. When I used to be a carer, I had an old man, and he didn't believe I was a girl. He was like, "Your voice is too deep."
I love it. That cracks me up. So, what are your future plans? So, let's see your projection for like in 5 years. So, you were talking about perhaps teaching and learning more. Where do you
Well,
see your?
let me tell you,
Uh
I've been wanting my own space for ages now, and I finally got it. I've just got some more little bits to keep setting it up with. This is my container,
yeah,
and obviously I changed my name from CGS Welding to Chloe the Welder, which will
right.
be set in stone now. I'll be having my logo made soon.
Yeah,
That's nearly made now. I'm well excited for that. And then I can get some merch, get some little t-shirts and that, send you on over, get my own stickers made. But I think I literally just want to improve on my skills and on my knowledge because there's so much that I don't like. When
yes.
I'm reading it, I'm like, I need to
Trust me,
know.
I'm even at that stage. I every time I feel like I've like uh honed in on a craft, there's something else I want to learn. Like I want to do underwater welding, and I want to finally get my pipe certs, and there's so much. So, what is one of your favorite processes right now?
I'm just loving TIG at the moment.
Hmm.
Really loving. I like using the pulse setting, but I feel like we can all use the pulse setting. Like, do you know
Aluminum
what I
on
mean?
aluminum.
Mm. But yeah, I was doing it the other day, and it's so quick and easy. But like doing it freehand on your own, kind of, changing about with it and learning different amps and different like material thicknesses and what you can do, like weaves, and it's just so much,
Yes,
so
it,
much.
it is. And it's funny because everybody does it a little bit different, and it's going to be dictated by your basically your WPS. So, however the job tells you you're supposed to do it, then you got to learn that. And then if you
Yeah,
go to another job, you're going to have to learn the way they want it. And then to make sure you adhere to code. And holy moly, I know, I
even
just
when you know that something could be a little bit better or a little bit different, copy that, and it's like, yeah,
I
okay,
know it drives me even to this day. I had a moment where I had to learn all brand new curriculum, right? And then they different machines and the way they want to do it, and they do it according to code, but the way they do it. And I was like, holy moly! And I got to
okay,
learn it like in 2 hours, and it was insane. I was like, oh my god. Like, you think you like, oh yeah, it's no big deal, and then they just switch it up on you. You're like, oh crap.
yeah, testing me.
I'm telling you, it's always going to be something. It's always going to be something to challenge you. But that's good though.
Yeah, it is. That's what I like. It's always keeping you a bit active and just making sure that, you know, all your marbles are still there, everything's still running.
Right. So compare this to like for instance, if you went further with the hairdressing to welding. Obviously the heat, the heat and the setting of like what we're wearing and such, but do you think that you will try to continue to go in hairdressing, or do you think your path is set with welding?
Welder for life. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it now.
What was that one moment when you were doing your job or you were working on a process where you're like, I love it. I'm never going back.
I think it was when in my first job, a couple of the lads they come over and they seen what I'd done and they were like, "Fucking hell, you're really good." And I was just
Yeah,
like, "Are you being serious? Like, just whatever." And they were
yeah.
like, "Yeah, like look at what you do, and then look at what some of the others have done." And I was like, "I'm not going to judge anyone, like, but
I
if
would have been
it,
taking pictures. Taking pictures. Make sure you save that. No,
mm,
it's
I've done,
you know.
yeah,
There's moments. I know. There's like always gonna be that moment where you're like, I'm in it. I'm in it for life. Like, yep. And I think welding is probably one of the only trades where especially teaching it, I get to the point where like after I don't know maybe a month and a half they do a good bead and they're like, yep, I'm invincible. I think welders are the only ones that do this.
we're right cocky, aren't we? Like, yeah,
But
big dick energy.
you get it though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You just take pictures of everything, but I think everybody has that one moment where they're like, yeah, I'm not gonna go back.
No.
Did you ever question it, or you're pretty much this is it? Because that's a huge jump.
I mean, there were times, and there still are times now where I'm like, "What am I doing? Like, this is so hard. Like, can I even learn it? I've been struggling to do this for ages. I'm ready to walk out. Like,
Stop
I'm sure we
it.
all have them days, but I've just got that determination in me that, like, I do love it. I really love the fact that I've jumped from something completely different to what I used to do, and I'm actually doing okay. So why can't other people do this? Like,
Yeah,
don't feel that you're stuck in whatever you're doing just because you've done it 10 years or you've not even tried it. Do it because that's the only way you're going to find out. And what's the big deal if it don't work out? Try something else,
try
literally.
something
That's
else.
it. Yeah.
Well, and that's the cool thing about like with welding because originally I was in automotive, and then my life just kind of like evolved and evolved and evolved, and I tried all these different things, and now it's like the education and the advocating, and it's like I had no idea. Like I was in real estate before this, you know what I mean? Like I was like a stay-at-home wife with my own side businesses. It was nothing like I could ever imagine, and now that's all I ever talk about. Like all my friends are welders. Everything I do is welding, all my clothes welding, like that's all it is.
Yeah, it's a complete lifestyle. And I think the community that we've got on Instagram, there are so many nice people.
They're amazing.
It's ridiculous. They're so
Hmm.
kind.
Hmm.
Like, any information that you need, any bit of tips or anything, people are so nice.
Yes. Now, speaking on that, do you have a go-to like a mentor that has helped you along the way, or people, you know, like a schooling or a business or friends that you go to?
Well, I'm actually quite gutted to be saying this, but when I first started out, there was one man, and he was so kind to me, and I used to speak with him quite regularly, and it was Mattia.
I know, I already know you were gonna say this. Okay, so I already start crying because of the anniversary. I whew, go ahead, continue. I just saw this
Yeah,
recently. Yeah.
I think yeah, I've been speaking to him for quite a while. His work, you
Dude,
can't, you just
I
can't.
know. I know.
And I've been speaking to him about that, and he was just so kind, giving me tips and information, and I was so thankful for it. And he sent me a parcel,
Oh,
and I got from the Weld Circus some merch from that.
yeah.
I got some slaps that are never going anywhere. Whenever I get me stickers and I do me swaps and stuff, they're mine forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was the one that really kind of opened my eyes to the TIG art with it. So yeah.
Uh, I know that's so fun. I had a feeling you were gonna say that. I just actually ran across that last night. I was going through your page, and I saw something. I think it was an anniversary, and I was like, you know, like your algorithm changes on the platforms, and you start seeing more things.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh my God! So that's I kind of knew that was gonna pop up, but he is
And
such a great
Barbie as well. I've seen
Love
her.
her.
Yeah.
Did you see our interview with her? She had everybody crying. Like I was crying for like an hour afterwards. She is just whew. Yeah, she's quite on a different level.
She's just, she's the most honest,
Yes.
relatable kind of story behind it that I think we've all got a bit of Barbie in us. We've all
Oh,
got a bit of Barbie in
no
us.
doubt. I think that's why we all like felt the way we did because we don't necessarily speak the way she does because she's just so, like you said, so very honest. And I did not expect that from her. You know what I mean? And I've known her and followed her for many years, but we didn't have such an intimate conversation until that live. And holy moly, you know, it just kind of puts your whole career and what you're doing into perspective. And we're
Yeah.
like, oh, like there's a reason why we're here, girl. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, literally. You've got to find your reason why, what makes you burn inside. I'm
mm-hmm.
sure she said something like that before. Find your desire, whatever it is that kind of pushes you, motivates you, and even challenges you, because that's what you should be doing. The easy
Yeah,
way is what's
yeah.
going to kill you. Always push yourself.
At least you die happy. You know what I mean? I love it. So, what type of things are you going to start doing out of your business aside from the merchandise side?
Well, as I keep saying about this tagging, I want to get that perfected. I really, really like the idea of doing all the kind of TIG art on the sheet metal and things like that. Little sculptures. Want to
Yes,
make little like actual 3D things. Um, Scale is to be thought about yet because
right.
that's small. But yeah, literally just learning new processes and just perfecting the way it is. So,
Now, how are metal prices over there?
well, I know I don't have much to do with it, but we did have a shortage, a real bad shortage, and I know that one of the quite big car manufacturers had to stop production.
Oh my God. That you
Mm.
know, it's insane over here. It's probably triple the price of what it normally is. One of my classes, I ended up we didn't have the metal, and the reason why we didn't have the metal was that there was not it was so exorbitant and over budget that budget would not pay for it. So they had to actually rewrite the budget in the school. And so it took a moment and it was insane. I was thinking, well, how much over it's like triple the cost right now. Like where was it 4x8 piece of sheet metal 18 gauge was $80. It's now like 190 right now. It's freaking insane. Like I have some in the back of my truck and I'm thinking that's worth gold right now. You know what I mean? And I have sheets of stainless and I'm thinking, "Oh my word, like I don't even know
Rich.
I'm so rich." But no, you don't think about it until like I watch some of my friends, they're making this, that, and I'm working on something right now, and I was thinking, holy hell, like when did it go up like that? But no, it's awful over here.
Yeah, it is ridiculous. I just remember, yeah, having that shortage, but I think we've been okay for quite some time now, so fingers crossed it'll stay that way.
I love it. Well, that's good for you guys, man. I wish we can get some of that luck over here.
Yeah, I'm sending you good
Thank you.
vibes,
Thank
good
you.
luck.
Everything is backed up and everything is in high demand. That's why the prices are so high. Yes, it's insane right now. Insane. Like every single person that does any type of like fabrication or anything, it's just the prices are crazy.
We've got a problem with delivery drivers as well, like lorry drivers. There's
Why
a
is that?
there's just a shortage of them. Some of them are being paid more. I read it. I don't know how much you can take this as truth because it was from a news, like some kind of article anyway, saying that they're getting paid more than like the executive of the company.
What?
Yeah, for lorry drivers, they've got a right
Mhm.
bad shortage.
Now, are you guys having issues right now because of pandemic?
I think it's just a mixture of pandemic. Um, yeah, I'm trying to be thingy with what I say, but I mean the rules and stuff what we've got, and like it's really hard.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
You're trying to be politically correct. I like that.
yeah. I'm just trying to come out. I've learned over time. Honestly, I always say too much, but I think I'm learning now. But yeah, I think there's problems everywhere. There is.
I
There's
don't
just problems
I don't
everywhere.
ever learn my lesson. I don't even care anymore. I just whatever. It's my show. I don't give a shit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? If you don't like it, don't watch.
that's it. Yeah, you like it or you don't.
But yeah, I mean, come on now. I'm so tired of like I guess being a woman in the industry, sometimes you have such a thick skin. At some point you just don't care. You're
No.
like, I'm so over it now. You're so repressed in so many levels. You're like, I'm gonna speak. I'm so tired of that.
Yeah.
I hate it. So
That's,
it seems like, at least in my opinion, I don't see like how we've been talking lately about how trades is frowned upon. So in society over there, how do they view like as the welder? Is it frowned upon, or it's just another job?
I think it's still seen as quite a dirty job, to be honest with you. I think there has been a push for them in my area, where I live and surrounding for welders. So maybe I've kind of highlighted like welders around here. But
Yeah.
no, genuinely just some companies are doing really well within the workload and their orders and stuff. So they need more people, and if more girls are applying for them jobs, then you are going to
Even
get paid.
better.
So, yeah,
Right.
that's it.
Even better. Now, have you had the opportunity to work with many women?
When I first started at this job I'm at now, there wasn't another girl welder there, and then about 6 months ago, or maybe a year, another girl started as an apprentice, and she's only just really moved into the welding area because you have to do all the different sections at first. But she's got a heart on being a welder, which is great.
That is
So
so cool.
whenever
I
she starts,
love that they have that apprenticeship for you guys. I think that's so very cool.
yeah.
They, so they take you through the different areas of each part of the job to determine whether what they want to go into, or they want them to. Oh, hey, that's me. Is that the Alpha Apprentice?
Yeah, that's you.
Hi. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So do they want them to know a little bit of every aspect of the job, and then they figure out which niche they want to go into?
Yeah, well, I think because it's quite a big company that I work for, we range from doing laser through the sheet metal to the bending, welding, fabricating, and then assembling, painting, loads of different stuff what we do.
Cool.
So yeah, I think they have to work in different parts of the business, and then I think so many jobs in each area are up like for grabs or whatever, and then
Yeah.
whatever you're most suited to, or whichever, I think that you can go down that path. But I think it's quite easy with apprenticeships to change as well. Once you've gone into an industry, if you're a good worker, you show willing, you can change. It's all about being confident enough to open your mouth and ask for something. So
Yes. Yes, you're so wise. I'm telling you, you have to know what you want. You know, if you want something, say it.
Yeah, literally.
True.
You are stopping you getting it because you won't say it. It's not going to come and be given to you.
No, hell no. No, and if you can't do it, you make it happen on your own. You know what I mean? I can't tell you how many doors I've had closed, and I'm like, you know what?
There's another one
Before
over there.
I know, I'm just gonna make my own door. You know,
Yeah,
because like, don't take no. Like, especially in this industry, you're a crafter. You can make things. You can fabricate things. Like, know that you can do this and be confident. And you're like, you know what? I don't need your door. I don't need your door. I will make my own door.
yeah. I
You
love
have
that.
to. Um, So are you in that place now where you're starting to like own your confidence and your skills and your that you know?
I think I'm getting there. I think
Good.
it's through everything that's happened and all the opportunities that have come my way. I think it's like I'm starting to believe that I wouldn't have been given them if people didn't see anything in me because I still
Yes.
tell myself I'm fucking shit. Like, this is crap. As if you're still doing this, like, you're not getting any better, but I won't give up. And I tell
Good.
myself that I'm shit, but I'm like, you're still staying and you're still getting like, you're still getting practice. You know you're going to do it. So just
Right.
stop being a bitch and do it. So give
Now
yourself,
why are you so hard on yourself like that?
I don't know, just because I can always do better. I can always do
Yes.
better.
Yeah. I guess that's good to be self-propelled. You know what I mean? I know. I think every single woman I have interviewed, they're just completely hard on themselves, and I'm the same way. I'm my own worst enemy. I
Yeah.
promise you. Even if somebody is like in my face telling me, "Oh, that's good. You did great," I'm like, I could have done
Mm,
better." You know, that's
yeah.
awful.
Yeah, I'm like that. You're lying though, aren't you? You just said
We got a little bit of that crazy, maybe.
maybe.
I love it. Now, I saw you had Miller come to your work. What was going on with that?
Well, so I haven't really said this anywhere.
Good.
But yeah, I did get some attention off a few big companies, and I had to kind of choose.
Uh-oh.
So I chose
And dun dun dun.
Blue Blood.
Yes! Same. So what is happening if you can say it?
Well, basically, I'm just going to keep improving myself under the watchful eye of the great Andy Foster. The amount, honestly, he is the god of welding, and I just feel so
I love
honored to actually have somebody. Well, it's just him to have him help me.
yeah.
Like, he's got 39 years in the game, and
Uh,
his knowledge is just beyond what. Every time I speak to him, I'm like, oh, let me just record you. What did you say?
do it. I'm telling
Honestly,
you, I do it whenever I speak to Bob Moffat. I'm like, I didn't even know that. You know,
mm,
like they have more knowledge in their experience than I've been alive. You know, so I'm like, please.
it just mesmerizes me. Like, how do you know that kind of stuff? Like, it's just that's what I want. That's what I want to be.
You will have it. You will have it. It's experience. You know, I think we all want it right now. And I think sometimes we forget to take that step to get the experience. And then we go into like the glamour, like the this and that and the other, and we forget like you still need to improve upon your craft. I think it's very, very important, especially because, you know, as a woman, we are under the watchful eye of everybody. Like they're just waiting for us to do something. I don't even care. Like I will post a crap weld. I will post a bad day. I will post a makeup, no makeup. I don't care. You know, that's my personality. But I think sometimes we get wrapped up in like the glamour of the industry and we forget that we need to learn. And we learn by what? Our failure. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't have none of that. Like, I'm literally a guy in that mask. Like, do not think anything else. I am a guy in that mask doing my job, and that's it. Like, you're
Yes.
not going to see me looking any worse in that place. I am dirty, sweating,
Yeah.
disgusting. And then that's great. I get on with my day. Like, and I think it depends what kind, you know what I mean? What kind of like personality that you've got. And
Yes.
I feel good by going for a massage. I don't feel good by get my nails done or something. So I think it just depends on the person themselves. But
Yeah,
like, yeah, I don't want to glamorize the job
yeah.
because,
It's false pretenses.
yeah, I want more girls to come to work to develop the skills, not like worry about what some 50-year-old fucking man thinks. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yes. Yeah.
earn your money.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, no, it's very true. I think this is the only trade I have ever been where I wasn't expected to look a particular way, because that weld does not matter who you are, what you identify as, what lip gloss you have on, you know what I mean? And it doesn't. At the end of the day, it's the integrity of the weld, and nobody cares, you know? It's how proud you are of that weld at the end of the day, and
Yeah,
you're going to continue to build that craft, you know?
yeah, like when I used to be a hairdresser, it was like standard that you used to prim and proper.
Right.
I didn't really enjoy the industry in itself anyway, but since becoming a welder, I'm more comfortable with myself. Like, I think you just, when your eyes are open to certain things, you prioritize certain things. And I don't care about waking up and putting makeup on for anybody else. If I do it to make myself feel better or my hair or whatever,
Yeah, yeah.
but I want to do some good welding.
Yes. No, and that it's funny that you say that, because my very first job, I worked at a salon. Or no, I'm sorry, my second job, I worked at a salon, and that was the standard. Hair, makeup, heels, dress, you know, it was a standard. I was never happy at the job, you know what I mean? And it's funny because you're kind of bred a particular way. You know, you're supposed to look a certain way, supposed to sound a certain way, and whatever. And then I walk into the shop completely dirty, sweating, and I'm just happy as shit, you know? And I was like thinking, I wish more women knew this life, because
Yeah,
it's more of satisfaction, you know, as something you created. You're happier. You don't have to live up to other people's
no,
expectations. It's you, what you produce at the end of the day, right?
you're only out there to impress yourself. Because
Yeah.
when working in them kind of jobs, you are dressing to impress other people, but you're welding. You know what I mean? Try perfecting that to impress other people, like because
You're just trying to protect yourself. That's it. Don't burn your body. Don't get any more
yeah,
tattoos.
I know. Yeah, I've got a few of them.
Yeah, I love that. Now, oh, let me see. What were I didn't write down the industry name of what was going on. Was it yesterday that you were visiting with the
Yeah,
company?
with Sphinx Industrial. So they
Thanks.
are,
That's what it is.
yeah, they're a supplier.
Okay.
And they do all different welding consumables from machines down to the torches, down to tungstens and whatnot. But yeah, they did an event and it was really good to meet some of the other like Instagram people that I've been speaking to
Oh,
as
cool.
strangers for like over a year, and then I finally got to go and see them. So yeah, that was really good, and I did a little bit of welding there too. So yeah, good
I
day.
love that. Now, I know you can't say much now, I guess, because of the Miller situation. But is there like a particular brand of machine that you like when you first started that you absolutely love? Are you even allowed to answer this question now?
Honestly, I've used a few different ones, and Miller's are just my favourite. I find them so easy to use.
Same.
Um, and they're so like even the digital ones, like they're just so good to like all the specs on them and everything. Just
I
they are
know.
so good.
I know.
I'm reading the manual like, ooh, I can do this bit.
I know. It's funny because throughout the years, I've started with Miller, and I've used, I don't even know how many. I think the only machine I have not used yet is a Fronius, right? And I still love Miller. And I'm not sponsored. I'm not nothing like that. I just absolutely love those machines. You know what I mean? And granted, I learned how to stick weld on uh, uh I don't even know. It was just an old box from Lincoln. No digital, nothing. It had a knob, and that was probably one of the best ways to stick weld. But Miller throughout, oof, I absolutely love it. And I know everybody has like really amazing machines, but I guess because, you know, like you learn with it, you're sentimental with it, and then you kind of like, I don't know if you have like a bias toward it. I love them. I do. I can't help it.
I just love him.
Yeah.
I think. the work that's produced with them and certain people that I've seen, like their work, what they do, the reviews on them, the way they handle, just yeah.
It's funny. When my ex, he actually has it right here. He has the Miller logo
No.
on here. Yeah. So I'm making my left arm my welding arm, and so I'm gonna put the logo on my arm because yeah, it's all welding. So I have my welding hood in paradise, and I have my mentor, and I'm gonna put it because it's just my favorite. It's not like a, I mean, I would. It's not even ideal in a price point. But any time that we have the conversation about this and that, I'm like, it's a Miller this. It's a Miller that. It happens.
Miller for life.
Miller Five. Yeah. And I have such really cool friends. I learned stick welding with the Miller Bobcat. I have really cool friends with Miller, and they were like very, very supportive when I was going through college.
Yeah,
So
that's a nice sentiment with them because it's all in one then. Like, nice memory with Miller. Everything.
Miller for life. We're the Miller sisters. I like it. I always ask that, and people are like, they look at me. I'm like, oh, I forget. Like sometimes people are sponsored and this and that. I don't want to be married to one. I want to date them all.
Yeah.
But you're gonna have a special like soft place for a particular brand, and that's it. I know a lot of people.
Well, yeah, I've always had it with them really, and I've always like when I started, I was like, oh, what I do to be like even speaking to anyone like to do with that kind of company.
Yeah.
Honestly, I've shed a few tears of joy throughout the year,
Crazy.
throughout yeah, and nothing's really happened. Like, but it's just I don't know. I think when you've wanted something so long, like with that container, I wanted my own little Chloe shed, and it's not a shed, it's a container. But like, I'm getting it, so it's like,
Yeah. That's so cool. So have you figured out the setup of how you're gonna lay everything out yet?
yes, I have.
Let's hear it.
I've got lots of plans, but basically, I've made my table. I put that on not long ago, and then I'm having two machines, so I'm having a MIG and a TIG, and I will be doing little demos and videos and creating a YouTube channel. So you can all subscribe to that when.
Oh, I will definitely. Now, have you? We've also had Athena on here. She works with Miller. It's another girl who works with Miller. Have you seen her? Have you seen her page yet?
I haven't met like everyone yet.
I'll tag you. I'll tag you. She's super sweet. She's also like awesome welder. She's an instructor. She's CWI, and she works with Miller. So very cool girl to get to know.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. I haven't looked. I'm sorry, you guys. Sorry. OT Armor. Have you talked to OT Armor? Love them. I'll have to send information about that. Now, let's talk PPE. You're TIG welding often at work, correct?
Yeah. Well, in my free time, I'm a MIG welder from a job, and then in my overtime and spare time, I go over and I stay in the TIG shop and I do a bit in there. But obviously, when my container's set up, I'll be in there. So.
Sweet. I'm so excited for you. Now, what do you wear for protection? So normally, leathers, hat, like what do you normally wear?
So in the MIG production, I'm in overalls, but underneath I wear a pair of shorts and summit trackies in the winter, and then just a long sleeve t-shirt, and then my overalls, boots. Bought myself a new pair the other day, Timberland, so comfy. Recommend them.
Nice.
And then my bandana, a cap, and then when I'm in my job, I do use my speed glass and my 3M mask, and when I go and do my tagging, then I put my Miller attire on.
I love it. Your Miller attire. Now, are you using a ventilation system?
Yes. Oh my God. So I will be putting a video on soon of me unboxing.
Yes.
My brand new air-fed PAPR mask.
Yes. I've been looking at them. Now weight-wise, how heavy is it on your body?
No, it's you put it on like a bag, like a backpack. It's like this is new. And then the helmet is actually I wouldn't say it's much difference over speed glass
Hmm.
of
Hmm.
3M because we've all got bad necks, haven't we? But I don't think it's much different. But you've got like a little hood thing, like a flap thing at the back,
Uh-huh.
like more protection. But that's why I wear a
I
cap.
like.
But you need it with that.
Yeah, yeah. Do you feel the difference now when you're using it as opposed to when you're welding without?
What without that mask?
Hmm.
Yeah, I prefer an air fed anyway
Yeah.
because I think everything's poisonous. It doesn't matter what you're doing. So
Hell yes, especially in this industry. Yes.
easier to just wear a flip mask.
Oh.
Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Phone was ringing.
I was like, oh
Um,
no, no, not yet.
no, I know. But no. Yeah, I would recommend always using an air fed. Just because it's disgusting. You know what happens when you go in and blow your nose. So
Yes, the headaches and well, even the long-term effects, as just I have a few of the sisters that they are having like lung issues now, and I always ask them what did they use before, and not everybody protected themselves, and now we have more knowledge under our belt and more technology that we could just wear it while we're welding, or have a ventilation unit over us, or our little nose plugs inside. So it's important because long term, most people that do this job are not going to quit, and you're going to be in this 10, 20, 30 years. You got to make sure you're here and healthy.
yeah, that's exactly it. That's why I say like you've got to look after yourself like physically instead of just I don't know, like materialistically. Look after yourself, invest in yourself.
Yes,
Uh,
definitely.
yeah,
All
because
right.
you know what it's like when you got a bad chest anyway. If you've got galvanized,
Yeah.
or
Oh,
that.
yes, I know. The first time I welded on galvanized, I had nothing on but a bandana. No clue. No clue. Didn't even think about it. And then my mentor was like, did you wear a mask? And I was like, after, like, no, you're throwing up, headache, it's so poisonous. It's so awful, awful.
It's just when it starts coming off like snow flying away. I was like, what's going on here? It's like, yeah, don't breathe that in. So I wasn't planning on, but what is it?
Just poison.
Mm.
You're breathing it. I know. It's getting late. We're gonna wrap it up right now. But I love this. You have like the best personality, man. So let's see. We've kind of talked about advice for a woman coming into the industry. What would you say to, let's see. I know we hear this one all the time, but what would you say to 15-year-old you going into the welding industry? Advice, maybe as opposed to doing this or that, what would you tell yourself?
Get in it sooner. As soon as you leave school, get yourself on an apprenticeship and
Yeah.
start. Because I've been left school like over 10 years now, and I've wasted so much of it. I,
Uh, it's
so,
not wasted. It's not wasted. Just lesson learned. Don't think of it that way.
I didn't really learn my lessons for a long time. That's why I messed up. But I have now. That's the main thing.
Yes.
So
Yeah. So do it sooner. That's very good. We're trying to get into that niche right now, is to introduce that welding in so many different aspects at a younger age. Because regardless of how they interpret it, if they become a welder or engineer or fabricator or an instructor, you just like you don't want to have that span of time where you're thinking it's a waste. I think it's life experience. Like I would never change my path. I absolutely love the way I went into it. And I got into it later in life, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I would like more younger introduction, So
yeah.
very good. I like that. Well, I love the fact that you said that, because that's going to play into something that's going to be happening very, very soon. Um, well, girl, I know you got to get to bed, but I
I know,
appreciate
yeah, I got out my
it.
pajamas for this, yeah.
So did this help? I know we were talking about like you didn't have the best of day the other day. So did this help? Did this make your day a
Yeah,
little
this has cheered me right up. This is just what I needed.
good? Good. I appreciate you, Chloe, man. I'll tag you afterwards, and I appreciate you guys tuning in. And we'll have to do a follow up to see once we get into that little your storage unit, because that's gonna be very cool. And you're gonna
Mm.
be doing videos and such, right?
Yeah,
Do you
that's the
have
plan.
Do you have the YouTube up already on your page, or is this something you're still developing?
It is still working on.
Okay, so when you get all that situated, make sure you tag me, and we'll let everybody know through the syndicate and the pages so that people
Yeah,
come
thank
and
you.
subscribe.
Thank you
Okay?
so much for asking me.
Yes, well, thank you. I appreciate your time, girl, and I will talk to you soon. And thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you guys next week. Have a good one.
See you later.
Bye.